First, there's like technical difficulties, so it's going to be short and sweet. But what I wanted to present to you guys today, it took me a while to figure out what I want to talk about in my TED Talk. But I had an epiphany and I discovered that I wanted to talk about my inspiration, so it's going to be a compilation of my various passions and what inspires me. There's a lot of uncertainty that I'm going through right now because I'm a senior and I'm about to graduate, so I don't know what the next steps are going to be like. And I don't think that I'm the only one going through this. And the New York Times article actually wrote about it. It's called What Is It About 20-somethings. It was written last August. And it basically outlined kind of emerging adulthood and this new developmental stage of psychologist Jeff Jensen made the term. It says that young people are taking longer to reach adulthood, and the traditional cycle is off. We're taking longer to get married, have kids, have permanent jobs. We're untethered to romantic partners. We often move home with parents. We travel a lot, we go back to school for lack of a better option. We avoid commitments, and we compete for unpaid internships at 26 and 28. It's like very critical article. It's kind of like what's
Can you put the mic towards you? Sorry.
What?
Can you put the mic?
Yeah, if you can use a mic, that'd be awesome.
Okay. I don't think it works. I'll speak louder.
Yeah.
Okay. So this New Yorker magazine cover is basically someone that got a PhD who eventually just moved home with his parents. And his parents are in the background thinking like, what happened? What did we do? That was wrong. But it's not all bad. In the article, it talks about how we're less certain about the future, but we're more optimistic. The dreary, dead-end jobs, bitter divorces, the disappointing and disrespectful children. None of them imagine that this is what the future holds for them. But despite those elements that are exciting and exhilarating about this age, there's still a downside. There's a dread, frustration, uncertainty, and a sense of not quite understanding the rules of the game. But apparently it's not all our fault. Neuroscientists discovered that I'm not going to speak in the lingo because I don't know it, and I'm not a neuroscientist, so I'm not going to say it, but basically our brain is still maturing up until the age of 25. And they interviewed a bunch of 20-somethings, and this woman, basically described exactly what I'm feeling. To think about all the things that I'm supposed to be doing in order to get somewhere successful. Follow your passions, live your dreams, take risks. Network with the right people, find mentors, be financially responsible, volunteer, work, think about or go to grad school, fall in love, and maintain personal well-being, mental health, and nutrition. When is there time to just be and enjoy? That's exactly what I'm going through. I think that when I was a kid, I always wanted to grow up really quickly. I wanted to have that experience, be like a working woman in my 30s with all these, just adventures and stuff. And as I grew older, I realized it's not how it's cracked up to be. I think it's not all bad, but I think that right now I'm just thinking that I didn't take enough time to use these 4 years and live my life to the fullest. It's not all bad. I think that I did a lot of great things, and I have invaluable experiences. I just feel that sometimes I should have got out of my comfort zone more. And so that's my advice to all of you who are younger, if you guys want to take it, to just enjoy life. Sometimes just be an overachiever and work really hard, but take time just to enjoy it and just breathe and enjoy your friends and enjoy the amazingness that is USC. But besides wanting to have more experiences and stuff, I don't regret anything I did because I think it's leading me towards a career or a life that I could be really passionate about. What I want to do, I have an idea, but I don't know for sure if that's exactly what's going to make me happy in the long run. I know that I've always been into television and film, and that's kind of where, second probably to performing in show choir in high school, probably what I've been most passionate about. I think it's the career that I can get the most enjoyment out of. And I think if I work really hard and I get to a point, I might be like the biggest genius on the screen and maybe write and produce my own TV shows and other great things. That's the ultimate goal, it's the ultimate dream. I don't think that our generation is like those emerging adults that the article described. I think that we're not running away from the lack of commitment or responsibility. We don't want to delay adulthood. We simply just want to create a life that we love. That's what I've been trying to get to. I don't want to settle. If I realize that one day that maybe the TV thing is not my thing, then I'm going to try to make a change to like actually happy, because the most important thing is to do what you love and fuck the rest. And I want you to know that I don't think that this failure to launch scenario that's in the New York Times is real. I think that I look around and I see all of the amazing things that our generation is doing, and it inspires me. When someone goes to Singapore or Asia and makes traveling to far-off destinations an element of their eat, pray, love aspirations, I take notice and think, how amazing. When someone creates a website and a reality television show about youth culture and comes one step closer to reaching his goal of stardom, I take notice and I think, yeah, he can do it. When someone drops the worry off her shoulders in their last semester in order to find true happiness and true creativity, I take notice and I think, you go girl. I take notice when someone creates an advertising blog or any blog in general, when someone writes for a magazine or a newspaper or shows up to on any news-affiliated news site. I take notice when someone studies abroad, advocates for a charity, applies to law or grad school. I take notice of the go-getters, the philosophers, the scholars, and the dreamers, which turns out to be all of you. You are my inspiration. Now, these are all the seniors, and I hope you don't mind that I used your profile pictures for this. If you're not on here, if you're a senior, you don't see yourself, it's because you didn't have a profile picture that worked, and Facebook doesn't let you take any other pictures on there anymore. It's like very private now, so Michelle can be happy about that. But this also applies not just to seniors, this applies to everybody in this room. I basically just taking notice of every amazing thing that you've done, and I've taken it with me, and it's the motivation that keeps me going. It makes me think that I can do great things with my life as well. As Chuck Palahniuk says, nothing of me is original. I am the combined effort of everybody I've ever known. I've taken little lessons from each one of you. I'm taking it with me into the future. And I'm really just excited about what our generation is going to do. I really think that we are going to change this world. As Eric Greenberg says, few people realize how unique generationally actually is. And even fewer recognize the incredible opportunities they have to transform the society for the better, both here and around the world. I really believe that, and I think that I can't wait to see what you're going to do in this world. So I hope now that you know someone is watching your greatness, that it will inspire you to continue to do amazing things with your life. I want you to remember to always think that the possibilities are endless and that you are destined for greatness. It's a call to action to do epic shit always and do it every day. It's advice that I want to take to myself because I feel like it's something I should take more initiative on. This is exactly what some critics might say as it's overconfidence that each and every one of us can't possibly contribute positively to the society, that all of our dreams can't come true. But I say, fuck that. If anybody can do it, it's us. Finally, I hope that we can keep this sense of community going forever, so that as we get older, we're reminded of the amazing life we have been given. We can continue to support each other. So that one day, we might be able to meet again in a non-denominational church. Because as Christian Shepherd said to Jack, the most important part of your life was the time you spent with these people. That's why all of you are here. Nobody does it alone. We did all of them, and they did all of you. And I want you to know that's exactly how I feel about each and every one of you in this room. And I just wanted to say thank you for inspiring me.